What's happening, my film nerds? Dave the Film Junkie here. Welcome to my segment on here called In Other News. And basically, if you're new to that, I just talk about some of the movie news that's out there that I didn't cover on my other channel. I'll try to cover the big stuff on the other channel, which I did 2 videos on that channel. One of them showing a very jacked J.K. Simmons who's going to be rocking Jim Gordon. I mean, it's almost like Gotham doesn't even need Batman because he's fucking jacked. 61 years old, crazy. And then a James Wan interview that was covered. But we're going to be talking about some of the other stuff on this channel. That's right. And one of them, this whole fucking Star Wars Rogue One thing, it's getting ridiculous. It's actually getting ridiculous, but it went... Okay, so the reshoots were, somebody leaked that they're going to be doing reshoots. Cool. Every big movie does reshoots. It's not a different thing, but for some reason people start freaking out when they hear reshoots because it's like, oh, it didn't work. Well, sometimes these movies are they're so complex right now these days that, yeah, sometimes that's gotta happen. So it was just like, oh, cut some reshoots, blah, blah, and then it was like, oh, well, now it looks like it's 40% of the movie. Now it's 50%. Apparently now it's 50%, and there's like other people that are coming in to supervise and they do this and do that, and it's getting to the point of like, oh shit. I mean, you don't want to hear this stuff. You don't want to hear this because when you have heard this, like with Fantastic Four, even Batman versus, I don't know if there was reshoots of Batman versus Superman, but they talk about Suicide Squad. Everybody starts freaking out like, oh, the movie sucks, so blah blah blah. So I don't know if we should really start going crazy with this. I don't know. It's hard to tell because I've heard many things, and when you hear things about Fantastic Four, then you saw what happened with Fantastic Four, you go, oh, maybe something fucking happened. And I hope this doesn't become a common trend with these big movies now. It just kind of sucks that if this is all true, if this is what's happening, these studios don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they should really just let these filmmakers do their thing. And I don't know. It just seems like they're so worried about their money now. Because I've heard some really bad things about the Ghostbusters production, which I might make a video on the other channel. I think I am going to make a video on. Sadly, I was like, man, I'm tired of making Ghostbusters videos. But sadly, I just keep on getting more information. And I'm like, wow. I'm hearing stuff from there and seeing. So I look forward to that. But I don't know if we should really... It's just, that trailer looked fantastic. And there's like sayings about like, oh yeah, it's too much like a war movie, not much like a Star Wars movie. And I'm going, what's wrong with that? One of the things I said when I saw that trailer was, hey, this looks like a Star Wars movie, but at the same time it doesn't. And I liked that. It's like we have the Star Wars saga, but then these spin-off movies can be their own thing, but it's in the same universe. Nothing wrong with that. But if Disney and shit are just like freaking out because they need like R2D2 just like wailing and screaming about stuff and a lightsaber or whatnot, it's not, you're not allowing the universe to expand. Simply that. So hopefully this is not as bad as they're making it seem. That's what I'm really hoping. So who knows? It's just when you hear and oh my god. And you hear stuff. Sorry, I'll tell you what, Safari is a really bad browser sometimes. Hey, guess what? Josh Brolin, he totally is thinking that, let me say it like this. A star of a very big movie praises the script of that movie. Come on. I hate those kind of posts because it says Josh Brolin. He read he heard the Avengers Infinity War story and it gave him like goosebumps and fucking this, that, and this. It's like, of course he's going to say that. He's not going to be like, yeah, I heard the story. It's all right. Same thing with this too. Suicide Squad, officially PG-13. Or what I posted on Twitter, obvious 13 for obvious reasons. Come on, people. I don't know. If you notice, I've been kind of annoyed by stuff today. This is an interesting one. Speaking of Fantastic Four, Toby Cabell, whatever, the guy who played Doctor Doom, he basically said that, yes, Josh Trank did have a great dark version of the movie, but the studios intervened. And this is what I'm talking about. I wish that somehow we can get that Josh Trank cut of Fantastic Four just to see if it's true, just to see if these studios are really fucking up these movies. And because I don't want to see these movies go away because studios are intervening. Like, I'm hoping that the Batman vs Superman Ultimate Cut just totally just blows people's minds and even gets some of the haters going, you know what, that ended up not being so bad. That's what I'm kind of hoping. Probably not going to be the case because people just have it out for DC. So I don't know. It's such a touchy subject, and it just, I don't know, it just gets annoying. Like, if this shit's happening. I mean, I can understand like why sometimes, like, hey, you know, you want to make a good movie, you want to make sure it's a hit, but I don't know. What is it? John Hamm is sought to play Archer in a live action film? They're gonna do a live action Archer? I'm not like a huge fan of the cartoon, but I put it on and it is fucking hilarious, and I can't really see John Hamm playing. I mean, he looks the part maybe, but the voice is really part of what makes Archer Archer. So I don't know about that. It's pretty interesting. There was an international Ghostbuster trailer that came online that was pretty much more of like the first trailer, and I'm sorry. I mean, I'm going to make a video about it because I did spoil myself. I spoiled myself, and apparently the plot like fully leaked out. I read it, and it does coincide with what we've seen in the trailers, and then hearing the production struggles too, and I'm just going, there it is. I still want this movie to be, and I think there's going to be, I think I'm going to chuckle probably a few times, and I'm probably going to be somewhat nostalgic with certain things, but this movie, it's blatantly obvious what they were trying to do, and it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You know, Sony doesn't exactly know what they're doing sometimes, and most of the time. I mean, look at what happened with Spider-Man, to the point where they had to, you know, basically give most of the rights back to Marvel Studios, and it looks like Marvel Studios goes, hey, we know what to do with Spider-Man, and then if Civil War is any indication on what's going on with that, boom, I'm fucking all for it, because I think that was probably that was the best representation of Spider-Man right there. Honestly, I mean, I'm not saying that the other ones didn't have their moments, but this one, like, this Spider-Man was just, I don't know, just grabbed me, you know, especially coming from me, who is one of my favorite Marvel characters, watching the cartoon, reading some of the books, it just felt right. And even like, you know, other people have said, like, you know what, it seems like they got it right this time. Anyways, I'm rambling, guys, so there you go. That's just in other news, some of the other stuff I was going to talk about today. So let me know your thoughts about everything down below. And like I said, first, always, filmjunkie.com. Check out all that. Check out the jacked 61-year-old J.K. Simmons. Crazy. So anyways, guys, I don't have anything to cheers with because I don't have a drink right here. I just have an empty water bottle. Anyways, yeah, I'm Dave the Film Junkie, and this has been In Other News. I'll talk to you guys later.